In this video, I decided to do another concerning mess gear. It's going to be on cooking gear that would be cached for use in the field. So this isn't necessarily stuff you're going to carry around on you when you're out in the field. Something that I want to do a video on here soon is supply caches, having them set up in the area you expect to operate in. Well, one thing that we talked about in our unit that we're going to try to institute is including cooking gear in each of the caches. That way, when we move from one location to another, we just pick up any cooking gear needed from the nearby cache site, so we don't have to carry it with us. Now, this is an example. It is not complete of everything that I want to include inside a cache, and I'll go over the items here and the reasons why. So first up, we have a larger pot. I have here a smaller size canning pot. The reason for this would be heating water, but also for heating water for cleaning the items with, cleaning the mess gear. Now with that, get a hold of some type of camping cook set. This is just a cheap one that I got at a garage sale. I got this for like $5. It is not complete. There's actually a few pieces that are missing because I found this actual set complete online. It's pretty old. It's from like the 60s, 1970s, I think is what I came across. There's supposed to be a few more pans and stuff with it. There's supposed to be more lids. It's also missing the handle that's supposed to go with these. I had to make one out of an old CB bracket. But I have here essentially the cooking gear where the food would be made for the unit for issuing out, and then you would eat it using your mess kit. Now along with this, I'm also including either a fry pan or a wok. I got a hold of this one for free from a garage sale. I guess no one was interested in it, so they put it on the giveaway pile. Now, when you use this stuff, you're going to need utensils. And I've thought about it. The minimum utensils you should have is a spatula, soup ladle, and a pair of tongs. Now, with those three items, you can obviously serve your soup. You can serve items straight off the grill, or use the spatula for like prime stuff up and out. You could include a large spoon. That might be something that I will include also. I have not decided on that. Another thing to include would be a grill stand. So that way, if you had something that you did want to grill, you caught yourself some game, caught yourself some fish, you want to grill it directly over the fire, you can. Otherwise, you can put your pans and stuff on it. Instead of having to put your pans directly into a fire, this way you'll keep it a little bit cleaner, easier for your cleanup. Now I also have here a brush. This is primarily meant for cleaning up each pan and also the mess kits. I'm missing a couple scratch pads. I want to put a couple green scouring pads in each set also for getting out any baked on stuff inside the pans or on the mess kits. Now also, for including with, you'll want a coffee pot. Hopefully you'll be able to find one at a garage sale or a thrift store fairly easily. When I actually went out and started looking for them, no one had them anymore. When I wasn't looking for them, every garage sale had them, every thrift store had them. But when I was trying to find one, they didn't have them, so I had to get a cheap one from China Mart, aka Walmart. Also, a useful thing that you should think about having is the vacuum thermos. I want to have at least 3 inside each set of stuff in the caches. The reason for that, I live in the northern part of the United States. So we expect snow and ice and freezing temperatures for a good chunk of the year. Well, your sentries that are out doing guard duty, they're in the fighting positions, they're in the bunkers, they're going to be getting cold. One way you can help them out is bringing out hot coffee or at least hot water to them. They can take that hot water, they can add it into their freeze-dried pouches while they're on duty, and they can get some hot food then. Or otherwise they'll have their hot coffee, hot tea, hot cocoa, whatever it is that they like. Something that I've also thought about is including aluminum foil. This is a smaller roll. I prefer putting in the larger ones. The reason for that is you can, wrap things with the aluminum foil, and then you can bake it inside the coals and the ashes of the campfire itself. That also increases your options of what you can have in the field. Now it's all pretty straightforward. Think about the types of things that you are able to get a hold of in your area, what you'd be able to scrounge, and how those are prepared. And then have some basic utensils for preparing that stuff. As I said, what we're going to try doing, we're going to have multiple sets. We're going to set them out in the supply caches. The supply caches would have some basic food items in it. Well, this way we'll have the ability to actually prepare this stuff in order to issue it out to each militiaman in order for them to eat. I recommend that you save your individual rations for when you're out on missions. When you're back at base camp, think of making large meals and then issuing them out to the people. Now, for all my engineer brothers in the Patriot and Militia movement, always remember, essayons.